friends, it's Tracey and Violet from Nova Scotia Living. There she is. Oh, and it is a chilly one today, let me tell you. Just asked Google what's the forecast for today. It's the high of 16 and the low of 5. Right now it's 5, so just 5 above freezing. So it's chilly. It is chilly. I was too lazy to grab a jacket, but I should have. But it's weird. It's just we're not used to the cool yet. If it's 5 degrees in February, we'd be like, oh God, it's hot outside. But it's all just a matter of what you get used to for a while. Anyways, yeah, it is Sunday morning. We have a semi-fairly busy day today. Heck was that? There's a little table right there. Let me flip you around. Yeah, Sunday. I gotta get the kids ready for school tomorrow. Like, I'll get Messiah to take out her braids and everybody to have a bath or a shower and all that sort of thing. Marquise goes to work today at 3 o'clock. What are you doing, Violet? What do you sniff down there? Come on. That shirt thing is still hanging. I don't know how the heck that would have got here. I was there yesterday. You see, hanging on that bush. Anyways, I'm just going to wait for her to take care of her business. We'll go for a little walk. I'll go back and have a soul-warming coffee. And, yeah, we'll get on with our day. Oh, I just sneezed. Anyways, I just brought my coffee out. I unloaded and loaded the dishwasher. But I'm going to wait till I'm done my coffee so I can stick my cup in there. And then I'll turn it on. Messiah's up. Nobody else is up except me and Violet. So I said after breakfast, start taking out your braids. And then she can have a quick shower. I'll do her hair up. She'll be done. Last night, I know I finished that one book during my vlog with you, but after supper I read this book. It's only a little one, like 156 or 46 pages. I'm doing another reading vlog for my tea time with Tracey and Violet, but I'm reading 3 books in the next, well, yesterday, today, and tomorrow probably. Have you ever heard of The Woman in Black? It's not a very long one. I'm going to read that one. And Elizabeth. So I got to pick between those two which one I want to read today. Like, I'll probably read one today and one tomorrow, because I don't want to, well, maybe I want to, I don't know. Right now, I'm thinking I'll read one today. They're all less than 200 pages, so they won't take very long. Is your toenails delicious or what? Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to have my coffee. I just wanted to give you the lowdown of stuff I do. Who is it? Who's that? It's you! Yay, Maze! Did you have a good sleep? Yeah. That's good. Did you dream about anything? No. Oh, Violet, give him a minute. You can play with him after he has some brekkie and stuff. No. I know. You love Maze, don't you? Yes, you do. She gets so excited when he gets up because the other kids play with her, but Maze actually plays with her, like, when he wants to. That's funny. He'll play with her for a long time. But he's right at that perfect age. 6. He'll be 7 in February. Anyways, I haven't even had a sniff off my coffee yet. I need to do that before I explode. Oh, I just have to show you how silly she'll be. She runs out to her toy box. What is she going to get today? What did she get? Oh, a little My Little Pony. Mally used to really like My Little Ponies, like when she was little, so there's a few little stuffed ones. So now they're Violet's. She likes My Little Ponies. Alright, I'm done my coffee. It's going to be Maze's bath time. And of course, the little duckie's got to go in there too. All right, Maze is all creamed up. I just helped Messiah wash her hair, and now I'm waiting for her to come down and setting up my beauty salon. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. It's 11:07. Maze is done. Zaya's done. I'm going to get the tub ready for Misha. She has a sore leg. I said, I'll get the tub going. Put some Epsom salts in there. Some of your fancy bubble bath. And you can have a bath and then just have a quick rinse after your bath to wash all that body soup water off of you. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right, Misha's in the tub, all her bubbly self. It is 11:33. I'm going to start making lunch. I have 2 boxes of organic, 50% off craft dinner. Never made that kind before, but I bought it 50% off. 2 boxes. My husband did get a case of regular craft dinner, like KD from Costco, but I want to use this up before I start cracking into that. So I'm going to make the 2 boxes, and that's what lunch is going to be. Easy peasy. All right, friends, it's like 4 o'clock. I am sorry I have not checked in much today at all, but that's the way it goes. My husband's in town. He's going to be on his way out, so I think he picked up some stuff. So there will be some sort of a little grocery haul, I'm assuming. But I'm going to make some supper. My husband got these a couple of weeks ago at Costco. They're like the Janes, only it's the big pack. I'm not doing the whole thing right there. There's still quite a lot in there, enough for another supper. But I'm going to get these going $4.25 they're fully cooked, but 10 minutes, then flip cook for another 8 minutes. And then I think I have some French fries. I'm going to put a pan of those in. And yeah, that's what supper's going to be. Mm-hmm. Yay! All right, put that back. All right, I'm using up stuff in my freezer. There's a little bit of hash browns. There was about half a bag of potato, like French fries with crispy skin on. And a bit of potato puffs, aka tater tots. So, yeah, that and this, and bon appetit. Okay. Well, I don't have a big grocery haul. Or maybe Dad has to get more stuff. I don't know. But he picked up some more Epsom salts because we ran out today for baths. I said we needed some sweet and sour sauce or plum sauce or something for those chicken strips. So we got that. Sweet Thai chili. And he got me a coffee. Oh, yeah, yes.
You bought it for me. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm the queen of roses or whatever. From the one.
All right. It's a rather beige meal, isn't it? But that's what it's going to be. Beige. All right, guys. It's 6:45. Supper's done. I'll get the dishwasher going. I just put another load of laundry in. I got a bunch of towels to hang up. And I'm done that book. Finished it. It was only 160 pages. Done it. So now I have one more to read for that video. I'll either start it tonight or start it tomorrow and do it tomorrow, whatever. But anyways, I got towels to go in to hang up. That wash to finish. And I'll have clothes to fold tomorrow. I'm not folding no darn clothes today, I can tell you that much. Alright, I have the kids' lunches all packed except for the stuff that goes in the fridge. Or, yeah, like tomorrow morning I'm going to heat up a thing of alfaghetti, Messiah and Misha. Maze wants some chicken. I'll heat up some chicken, put it in there, along with their ice packs and drinks and cheese strings and yogurt. Will go in there tomorrow, but their cheese and crackers, goldfish, things like that are already in there, but at least tomorrow morning I'll be ready to rock. I should just get out a can opener and leave it there. Well, good morning, friends. It's the next day. I'm sorry I didn't get the video up last night. It wasn't very much. I didn't film very much yesterday, so I'm just going to squish yesterday and today together. So I don't know if you can see my breath, but it's cold out. I got my jacket on and everything. But yeah, 6 o'clock Monday morning. God, I had to peel myself out of bed this morning. I really did. But we're up now. I'm taking her for her little business meeting. And yeah, we're going to get this day started. So I'll check back in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. Just made my coffee. I'm going to sip on that for a bit. It's like I got the kids' lunches finished packing. And if you see my video yesterday, I had cans of alfaghetti out on the table to heat up to put in thermoses. So I did that. And took their yogurts and cheese strings out of the fridge and put those in the lunch kettles in their freezer packs. So they're all ready to rock. I'm going to enjoy this coffee. I'm just thinking I might take out some chicken, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I seen them last night when I took out those chicken strips for supper last night. But take out a couple packs of those and make some curry chicken and rice for supper tonight. I'll do it this morning, the curry and chicken, and I can do the rice this afternoon because it's easy peasy. I always make basmati rice is what we make. I might do that because I know the kids will totally devour it. And it's not too difficult to make, so I might end up doing that. But for now, I'm going to focus on my coffee. All right, guys, I'm done my coffee, and it was wonderful. I'm going to go up and wake up the kids now, and hopefully it's not going to be too much of a challenge. But Monday mornings, you know how those can be. All right, go get Zaya. Woo! Yeah, go. Maze. No. Woo! Burn off some of that crazy energy of yours. Get behind me, Maze, when she... Violet, come over here. Violet! She's going to go down around the house, probably. Oh, Saritha's house? For goodness sakes. Come here, Violet. Yeah, we're going to have to hold on to her. Did you get her? Yeah, we'll hold on to her. Oh, maybe. Oh, there's a cat up in that tree, Zaya. Right up there, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll hold on to her. Yeah. I don't know. Do you see it up there in that tree right there? Yeah. But I can hold on to her.
Cold.
What?
Cold.
Oh, the leash is cold?
Yeah.
Violet.
Look at that.
Yeah. All right, Bus. It's time that you get here.
I know, she just wants to keep...
Breeze now. It's supposed to go up to like 16 or something, so you'll be fine this afternoon. You got a mask? Got your mask? Well, it's better than 0. Right, Violet? Are you coming over, Devin? Oh, there's Randall. All right, have a good day at school. Love ya. Come on, Devin. Have a good day, Devin. There they go. All right, let's go wake up Mally. It is chilly outside. I brought out some compost too in a frying pan. I gotta bring that in. All right, I just went and woke up Mally, so we'll see. But I went down in the basement and got 2 packs of 50% off boneless, skinless chicken breasts, regular 10.09 and 10.42. I'm gonna defrost these in the microwave, 1 pack at a time, and then just cut them up, not super small, but at least in half, and make a curry chicken. So that's the plan, Stan. Well, looky. Can you guess what I'm going to be doing today? I'm going to get tomato sauce going. I'm not canning it today, but all these tomatoes are from my mother-in-law, and I let them sit out on the deep freezer covered for a couple days just so they can finish ripening. So I need to wash all these bad boys, cut them up. I don't skin my tomatoes. I can them, I blitz them. I'll take out some of the seeds, but I mean, it's not a bad thing if you leave them. I don't find. But first of all, I need to wash them, and then I do them in slow cookers. I have old tomatoes. I have old videos on how I make tomato sauce. I know I could do this all in a pot and simmer it for the day and things like that. I do it in a crock pot. I'll show you. I'll show you along the way, but priority now is to wash all of these. I'm on my 2nd pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. These are still partially frozen, but it'll be easier to cut up. So I'm going to clear this, get a towel, and start washing tomatoes and doing them bit by bit because it can be overwhelming sometimes. I got more than half of the tomatoes washed sitting on the counter, but it's time for the other bus to come any minute now, so we'll come out and see the girls off. I hear the bus, Violet. The bus. All right, have a good day at school. I love yas. There they go. Perfect. What do you think, Violet? We got to go finish washing tomatoes. Oh, I'm tired now. I don't feel like washing tomatoes, but I got to do it. I also want to grind up those mushrooms from last week. Still never did that. Yeah, let's go. All right. Just get my flip-flops back on, so I just have that pan left to wash. Those are all washed. Oh, God. Really don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to. Just do it, Tracey. Just do it and get it over with. All right, friends. Well, the kids have gone off to school. This is a bowl of clean, like washed tomatoes. I have like a broiler pan with the cutting board in it because I'm going to cut them in the juices and things like that here, and I'm going to drop them in there. I'll squeeze out some of the seeds, take out the core, like the stem on top, and yeah, I'll let them go. I'll put it on. The slow cooker's probably on high at first, just so it gets nice and hot. And then once that happens, I turn the lid of the slow cooker sideways so the air will evaporate, and I can just leave it. I'll have to stir it every once in a while so it's not sticking, doesn't burn or anything like that, and I'll let it go all day. Now, whether it's
to how I like it, because I like my tomato sauce thick. And I like to burn off as much as the liquid that first comes out to begin with. Now this is a good firm tomato, so I'm not gonna, like, I can squeeze some of it out. Just give it a squeeze and then put it in. There, I know a lot of people take out all the seeds and they boil the tomatoes and take the skins off. I don't find, some people think it's bitter. I don't find it bitter, or at least in my experience of what I've done it. You just need to make sure that you get it to the consistency. I always add a little lemon juice when I can it, I think. And you can season this up, like with spices if you want. I can it straight up because then I can season it with whatever I'm using the sauce for. Tomato, or like spaghetti, I can put oregano, I can put basil, whatever. I'm more of that kind of person. I forget now, I'll have to look back at my old video. Do I put salt in it? If I do put salt, it would be like canning salt or kosher salt. You don't want to put any kind of iodized table salt, because it'll change the color of your whatever you're canning, I believe. I don't know if it actually hurts it. I've never done it before, but they say always use like canning salt or kosher salt, pickling salt, you know, that sort of thing. So I'll just make sure my tomatoes are good and washed. And yeah, the last time I did tomato sauce was probably 3 or 4 years ago. Like probably the first year I started YouTube. And I got a whole bunch of, like I got like 300 pounds of tomatoes from a local farm around here. They were like, they just had too many. So I got them at a really cheap price. And I canned them up. And that's still what I'm using till today. I don't have any more sauce left, but I do have a couple jars of whole canned tomatoes. But today I want to use all these tomatoes because I don't know how much it is, but a lot, and make some sauce, because there's nothing like some garden fresh tomatoes, and these are right out of my mother-in-law's garden. The sauce. Yeah, and I can have this in the middle of winter. Some fresh garden sauce, tomatoes, nothing like it. So my husband's here. He's upstairs in a meeting, and Violet, I think, is probably laying there in the dining room. She likes to lay right between the kitchen and going out to the playroom and stuff, so she can see if anybody comes in the house, but she can still hear what's going on in the kitchen because she doesn't want to miss a thing. Yeah. So tomorrow is probably when I'll can these, and I'll can tomato sauce. I usually do it in quarts, and I have a lot of those jars still, so that's most likely what I'll use. I don't know what kind of tomatoes these are. I should ask my mother-in-law, but I take off any blemishes. I had to throw a couple just because they were just too ripe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wasn't planning on doing tomatoes this year, honestly, just because I never got my hands on a bulk. And if I can something, I like to can a lot. I don't want to just, like the tomatoes we grow in our garden, we get a few, but we don't have a great big garden, so not enough for me to bother canning. We would just use those for eating. And yeah, but since I got my hands on these puppies, I might as well can them up. It won't make a whole great big bunch, I don't think, once it's all done and accounted for in regards to it simmered down and stuff. But If I can get like a dozen quarts, maybe, probably not even that. Probably not. But still, I'll use them for like special occasions kind of thing. Because we use a lot of tomato sauce in this household and meals and stuff. So I'd like to use the good stuff sparingly till I can get my hands on some more tomatoes. What if I had the freezer space? When I see tomatoes at Superstore marked down, I would take them home and freeze them, but I don't really have the, oh, my nose is itchy, have the freezer space for the amount of tomatoes I would need to pique my interest to do this, but who knows, maybe. Just sometimes I go to the store and the whole discount shelf is like 2 or 3 shelves of tomatoes bagged up. But yeah, I didn't really look too hard, God, this year in regards to farm markets or anything like that. I was just keeping it simple, but these pretty much came to me, so why not? Now I got 4 slow cookers. I'm hoping I can get them all in. I'm hoping. If not, I mean, I can break out Harriet or use that big stock pot. Whatever. But my goal is to use all of these, and those mushrooms I dehydrated last week are still not the mushroom powder that I had planned on doing, so I want to try to do that today. It's not going to be hard. I just need to dig out my food processor. I can't plan on blitzing them, and then maybe the spice grinder, blitzing whatever doesn't get done in the food processor, and then putting it back on the dehydrator to dehydrate the powder if I find that it's not dry, like dry, like how I want it. Now the mushrooms are good and dehydrated, but just, I don't know. I just want to make them super dehydrated. I'd love to get a freeze dryer. I looked into those before. Those are expensive. So if any of you guys have a freeze drying company and you have an old one that you don't want, I'll pay the shipping. Just send it to me and I'll try it out. But I'm just teasing, but you know what I mean. A freeze dryer would be so cool to try. I'd freeze dry everything I can get my hands on. Make some astronaut food. Yeah, and this upcoming weekend is our Thanksgiving, our big fat Thanksgiving. I still haven't quite decided exactly how it's going to go down. Usually I'm right on the ball with that now, but it's just, you know, the craziness in the world. You know about gatherings. I don't know what the rules are on gatherings these days. I need to look into that. Because I'd like to be able to throw down like I used to. Hurts my heart that I can't do that, or I haven't done that in so long. Either way, if I can't have my big crowd, like, I don't know how many, I'd have at least 30 people here usually. Like kids and everything, and us included. So I'd have to cook a mountain, but even when I don't have that many, you know, I'm gonna have to cook a mountain because I can't help myself. I can't help myself. But I'd like to know what the weather forecast is for next weekend, because I'd set up tables outside instead of in the house. If it's a nice day, nice fall day, people could come, the kids could play outside, they can come right around supper, and it could just be like an outside Thanksgiving. Come in and get your food and go right on back out. And this time of year, there's not like mosquitoes or anything. So, could be something to think about. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to wipe my floor and everything. Yeah. So this is gonna take me a while. What time is it now? 9:03 in the morning. Is that all it is? Yeah. 9:03. I'm hoping to have all of these cut up, let's say 10 o'clock, in the slow cookers, doing their thing, and then I can start working on that chicken. I have that defrosted from the microwave now. It's still partially frozen, but it'll be easier to cut up that way anyways. So I should have my stepping watch on this hand because it's getting more action. And that way I can get my rolls better. And then all this liquid and seeds that have come out, they can go right in the compost. That's kind of the... just squeeze it. And yeah, that I am missing some. Oh, my arm's tired already. What I might do is actually strain some of the liquid in the seeds from this into the slow cooker. So, because some of this juice, of course, is going to be flavorful. It'll just take longer for it to work in the slow cooker because a lot of it's just water too. But I don't know. We'll see. I find when I do this, the sauce is flavorful as it is because it's the actual meat of the tomatoes that I use for the sauce. You know, like it's good and flavorful, tomato flavor. And I suppose I've never made tomato paste. I'm not going to do that, but I'm assuming you just do it even longer till it really is paste. I don't know. It's kind of what you do with apple butter, and I've done that before. Yeah, I didn't want to just cut this right on the bottom of the pan, so that's why I have that cutting board in there. So I've got to make sure I don't drop that into the compost. It's already smelling like tomatoes in here. There. All right, so I'm gonna do this quick paste and I will bring you back. I'm gonna listen to some music. Actually, no, I can't listen to my audiobook because it's on my phone. But I wonder if there's a way I can sync that up to the Google. That would be good. Anyways, yeah, let's boogie. Straining it, and I dumped the liquid in there. That will all go into the compost, and I'm going to fill up the bowl again with some more tomatoes and do it all over again. But I'm going to put the lid on this and plug it in and get that going. well, that's number 2. See, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, but I did this time. I just rinsed out the pot after I took the tomatoes out, just if there's anything in there. And that's compost, and that's number 2. And now I just have that frying pan over there that I need to get done. All right, friends, not quite 10 o'clock. It's 10:24, but I did bring out the compost. I did wipe my table. I have 4 slow cookers. I think my husband's about to cook some steak, and he's going to make a fire. I need to get rid of the recycle bag and stuff there. I went around and got that. And I washed the big stock pot, the broiler pan, and the frying pan. So, now I need to find places to plug these in. Yes, but, I'm glad I did this. I didn't feel like doing it, but I did it. So, yeah, power through. Power through. You can do it, guys. Whatever you're facing, just do it. Get it done and over with. All right, I'm digging out my food processor, but there's one crock pot in front of the toaster. There's one over here beside Cornelius. One, I moved the coffee stuff over this way so I could plug it in there. And then one over here beside Violet's food dish. Make sure that curtain's not touching. There. So now I'm going to start working with those mushrooms and get that done and over with. Then I need to start working with the chicken. My husband's outside making some kindling. He's going to get a nice cozy fire going. So these are those mushrooms that I dehydrated. I'm going to blitz them in the food processor. All right. So it didn't all grind up. Some of it did, some of it didn't. So now I'm going to put it in a spice grinder and see how it turns out then. All right, this is the first batch. So the spice grinder really did the trick for the other little remnants. I'm going to cut up some parchment paper so I can line some actual trays because I don't want to make this too thick. And I am going to stick it back on the dehydrator for a little while. But yeah, it's nice and powdery. I just kind of did it with a spoon, you know what I mean, to spread it around. But yeah, kids won't even know they're eating mushrooms. Oh yeah. All right, so this is quite the process, let me tell you. It's 11:24. So this is very powdery, which is awesome. I just want to put it on the dehydrator for a couple hours. Very powdery, which is what I want. There was a couple trays of mushrooms that were still a little bit gummy, so they almost look like flakes of mushroom. So I'll probably leave these ones on a little longer, and I won't grind them again, but yeah, they're just a little bigger than the actual powder. So this will be like flakes of mushroom. And yeah, I'm going to get this going. I'll probably put this one on the bottom just because they're bigger. And yeah, I'll get those going. So exciting. All right, friends, I got the dishwasher going. There's the dehydrator beside the tomatoes. I need to start working with that chicken. It's 11:35 now, so let me turn you around. Ooh, that's better. Yeah, look at that. First fire of the season, and it's a good day for it too. It is chilly out. It's not freezing out or anything, but I mean, we could see our breath this morning. It just makes it cozy in here. But I'm gonna rinse that chicken. Probably just cut it in half. I'll get it in the pan. I'll bring you back when I get it in the pan. Just because you've seen me do those tomatoes this morning and chit-chatted, and my husband barbecued that steak, and yeah, I don't know what else, but once I get that chicken going, I'll probably end up doing the rice right away too, just because it's getting later in the day than I thought. I know it's only morning time, but in my crazy mind here, the kids get home around 2:45, and I'm usually busy with them, so this way I can have it all done. The curry chicken will be done, the rice will be done, and we'll be good. So yeah. All right, Tracy, chicken. Alright friends, ooh, this kitchen's getting nice and toasty. All the slow cookers going, the dehydrator and the wood fire and the dishwasher. Soon to be the stove top. I don't mind it though actually, and usually I mind the heat, but today it feels good. Anyways, I rinsed and cut that chicken up. Whew. I have some greens, some diced onions of course. And I'm not going to cook this chicken all the way through before I put stuff in, because I like to let the chicken cook in the sauce, like simmer it. So that's my plan anyways. Bruce is going to come out. Bruce. And I have some patax. This is mild curry paste, but I'll add some cumin and stuff along with it. Oh, that was close. That was close. Didn't want it to land in my chicken. That was beef bouillon. Oh. Looking for my Indian masala. Well, it's probably up there. Always is up there. But I'll get some paprika, some turmeric, some garlic powder. Well, garlic, pepper, and herbs. That's becoming a staple, you guys. I can just start doing this. This is garlic powder. Turmeric. Paprika. That's that garlic, pepper, and herbs. And I need some black pepper in there with that turmeric for sure. That's the Lowry's that's almost all gone. But I got, Jan was a lifesaver. She sent some yesterday. So, let's see. Cumin usually isn't very far away. There's some onion powder. We use that quite a bit. Seems like a lot of spices, but we're going to have a big old sauce with it and stuff like that. So it'll all come out in the wash. Poultry seasoning, no. Poultry. Sage. Oh, just a minute. As soon as I say that, I found it. That and some curry powder. So this can go back. Back. I could add a pinch of cinnamon. Ooh, it's starting to stick. Let me turn that down a bit. I need to get some new pans. I really like my pans, but we've had them for years now. And they're supposed to be non-stick, but they stick. They stick. So, I am going to cook this maybe like 50% and then I'll add the sauce and stuff. There's those scissors. I did cut off, I mean there's not much fat on chicken thighs anyways, but I did cut off what I could cut off. Ooh. Oh well. Didn't mean to drop that much, but that's okay. There. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look for that masala. Just a minute. All right, I found it. It was up there. Turn this back up a bit now. You don't need to slow right down, chicken. Sheesh. So, this is my only Indian masala that I have. I should get another one because I would use it more often because it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Alright. Now, it's like a witch's cauldron. You just add a toadstool and ear of newt, and that was cumin. I'll hold on the curry powder right now. But this is smelling so good. What do you think, Bruce? Alright, so I'm not going to put all these greens in, but I'm going to put a fair amount. Because I want to eat some straight up greens after. It's just spinach. When I say greens, spinach this time. So the chicken was 50% off, the spinach was 50% off, and I did bring up a thing of mushrooms, my canned mushrooms, and I'm sure these must have been the 50% off mushrooms that I canned up. Not the last batch I did, but before. Oh gosh, I do strain them and rinse them. Let me do that now. I could use dehydrated ones, but I'm just like, no, I'm going to use some of these, and if I had any extra gumption, I'd grind them up a bit, but not today. I have had enough with my grinders, food processors, knife and cutting board. Enough. I will just make a pot of rice once this, I start adding it and adding the sauce. I have a can of crushed tomatoes and zesty tomato sauce. That's what I'm going to add to it. And if I need more sauce, I do have it. But I will put that in when this chicken is like 50% cooked, and then I'll just turn it down on low and let it go for an hour, and it'll finish cooking, and all those chicken juices will go into the sauce, and I'll stir it every once in a while, and it'll be perfect. It's nice to have it a little bit of like with sauce too, because then it'll fall down into the basmati rice. And yeah. I told Maui, well, the kids all asked this morning, and they all like curry. Any kind of curry, they like it. So, yeah, I need to stop fiddling with that, but I'll bring you back when we start adding some of the other stuff. Alright, I just wanted to show you up close. It's still quite juicy, but I don't see any pink. I mean, I see a lot of yellow, but that's the turmeric, but still. You know what I mean. I don't see it raw. Chick boom ba. And I'm going to start adding the sauce, so I'll set you guys up and we'll do it together. Alright, so this might look really liquidy after I add this stuff, but I am going to let it simmer for an hour, and it'll be fine. I'll have to get a spatula to scrape the rest of that off, because I'm not leaving any tomato stuff behind. I wish I had diced tomatoes, but that's alright. This will work. So I haven't added any of the curry paste or curry powder yet. I'm gonna mix this all up, and I'm gonna add a whack of that curry paste. And I'll hold on the curry powder for now, because I can always taste this after it simmers for a while, so I know the chicken's all cooked. And to see if it needs more salt or pepper. Oh, I didn't add any pepper to this, I don't think. I gotta do that. Now it's not going to look as bright and colorful like it did before, but it's going to be good. It's 12:14, so this will be done in about an hour, and I will get a pot of rice going here shortly. I should have did that while I was twiddling my thumbs, but what you going to do? Yeah. 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 It's mild too, so it's not going to be super spicy. But yeah, we really like that attack stuff. Comes in handy. And they have different sauces too, I think. It's just, we mostly get the curry. So yeah, for the rice, I make basmati rice 99.9% of the time. And I have an old crappy video on it, but it's 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of water, bring it to a boil, like, so it's bubbling. Throw a blob of butter in it, any spices that you want, put a lid on the pot, take it off the heat, and leave it for 20 minutes. I don't think that works for any other kind of rice, but basmati rice it does. Now I will do that, I'm going to double the recipe, so I'll have 4 cups of rice, 6 cups of water, and the butter and the lid, and take off, and it's good. It's good. My kids really like rice, and this is going to be good and saucy, so it will come in handy. And if there's any leftovers, they will eat just white rice as a side or whatever. But I'll bring you back. I want to get the rice pot set up. Well, I just wanted to show you. And I got the rice 50% off. I don't stick to one kind of brand. I buy whatever's on sale. If I can get it marked down, I'll buy whatever I can get my hands on. And sometimes I even vacuum seal rice, dry rice, beans, pasta, powdered milk and stuff in mason jars with my food saver, and it lasts like forever. So anyways, I'm just getting that going. Okay, I'm going to turn this down even more because I want to go sit out in the living room and just relax a little bit. I took the rice off the heat, the cover's on it. I'm not going to open that sucker until it's time to eat, and it should be fine. But yeah, I have the timer going for this. Get out. And yeah, but oh, it smells good though. All right, friends, it is 1:25. I have this video edited up until now. I just checked these. This one, I think I didn't have it turned on high. It was on like keep warm, so it didn't get nearly as worked down as the other one. So let's see, the knob's missing. So I used some pliers to make sure it's on the right one now. But over here, whoo, you can see how watery that is. And that's what I want. That's what I want. This is when it starts to break down like this. This is when I turn. I'm still going to leave it on high right now, but I'll stir it every once in a while. But that water will evaporate, and whatever liquid is left in there will be a concentrated flavor. So I will can that up. But let's check the other ones. All right, I put my flash on just so you can see. Woo. It smells like tomatoes, that's for sure. Straight up tomatoes. So this one's nice and liquefied a lot. And I'll let this go, again, on high for a while.
I'll stir it, but I'm turning it that way. And then there's this one. Ooh, Kenneth. This one's really full. So, yeah. I think I'm going to leave the lid on full right now. This one's pretty liquidy, but I think this just had more tomatoes jam-packed in it. And this way it can concentrate on breaking down some of those tomatoes a bit more. And then I'll turn it on sideways. Alright guys, I just made myself a second coffee because I needed it. And I opened some prezzies I found on my front step when I brought some compost out, so very exciting. But it's 1:46. That chicken's shut off. Violet's here. I'd go outside and sit down for a little while, but I'll wait till it's closer to when the kids get home. But now I'm officially going to go sit out on the Chesterfield, finish that book, have my coffee, and then we'll go outside, Violet. Then we'll go outside. Okay? Okay. Just put some paper in there. Ooh, fire. Alright friends, look at this. One of you guys sent me this last fall, I think it was. But yeah, it's not super cool out now, but I just put it on because I'm used to the cozy in there now. And the kids still have about a half hour before they get home. We came out early. My husband just came downstairs from work and flicked on the telly, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go outside and read. I don't care, but I'm just like, I was right in the mode. Finishing that pipsqueak, and Violet has her halter top on, so if the kids come, she won't break her neck. It's a pain in the butt to put it on her, just because she wiggles and squiggles. But it's on her now, so anyways, I'm just gonna sit here. I had my coffee, and there's a bottle of water here that I brought out the other day and didn't end up drinking it, so it's been sitting here for days, but I'm still gonna drink it right now. So anyways, I'll be back in a bit. Well, I'm getting through the book. My dad just called me, and I never get cell service here. I must be just sitting in the right spot. And he's like, is Marquise working today? I said, no, not today. Oh, well, I guess his power got shut off and turned back on, and his TV isn't connected to the internet or whatever. I don't know. I said, well, I can come in, or I can send Marquise in. Maybe he'll pick Kara up from school. So when I go in after the kids get here, I'll mention him, because he probably will want to go into town anyways, and he can go and get it sorted. Because Dad is very much a TV person. He likes to watch all those news channels and things like that. So it's in dire straits when he doesn't have the cable going. Oh no. Oh no, Violet. No, no. She's just excited the kids will be here. About 5 minutes or so. Should be something like that. All right, the kids are home. Who's that? Violet. There's Misha, Zaya, and then Maze.
Hi, skinny lady. I forgot you got your hair on.
How was school?
Good.
Good.
Ah, Violet. Not tripping. Ah! Are you okay?
Oh, how was school, Maze? You're thirsty? Violet, watch out. What? Oh, I thought I gave you a water bottle. Alright guys, I'm gonna do this real quick. Real quick.
I'm starving.
Yes, I'm gonna get it for you.
You got the furnace going?
The wood fire, yeah, Dad did.
Smells like did Dad do a fire back there?
No, it's probably just the smoke from the chimney.
She just snatched that treat from my knee.
Did she?
Yeah, it's right now.
So I just took the lid off this rice and it's perfect. Just fluff it up a bit.
just gonna do this. They're all very excited about curry, so. There, it looks like a big old sloppy mess. There's one. Misha! Oh. Do you want your curry on top of your rice or on the side?
On top of it.
Okay.
Is it spicy?
It's not super spicy, no.
Well, is it spicy like before?
I guess so. There you go. Bon appetit.
Is there mushrooms in it?
Just a little bit.
I can see a bunch of mushrooms.
No, you can't.
Yes, one there.
That's
One there.
greens.
Look, that's a mushroom. Oh. Never mind.
Yeah.
Look, that's a mushroom.
Don't get it on your shirt. It'll stain. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, I actually came into Dad's just to get out of the house a minute. So, I'm going to go see if I can tinker with this TV and get it working for him. So he can... Hi. You heard me coming?
I heard you was.
Oh, you called.
I got new light in, that's why I shut the power off.
Oh, okay.
Screwed everything all up.
It's all right. We'll get it working. We'll get it working. No big deal.
Oh no.
Hey guys, I got mail. I'm gonna have to open it tomorrow though, because I think this video is super long. But I swear to goodness, an hour and 24 minutes on hold. I'm just like, I didn't mind because I was visiting with Dad, but nobody's got time for that. Nobody got time for that. Ridiculousness. But we got it sorted. I got his TV working and he wanted me to get his bills taken directly from his credit card. But they couldn't log into his cable internet one because their system's down. And his cell phone is through that too, right? So that's all sorted. But I was trying to get his Facebook to work. And I said, well, I have you on the phone. Like YouTube's working, you know, Google's working, but Facebook isn't working. Is that a internet problem or a Facebook problem? He's like, it's a Facebook problem, but I guess there's a whole worldwide, it's happening all over the place. Instagram and Facebook and everything, people are being logged out, like they've been hacked or something. So I'm like, well, I'm glad I asked you, because I'm like, I don't know why the hell I can't get his thing logged in, working, because, you know, he doesn't need a whole lot of things, but he enjoys, you know, going down the rabbit hole sometimes in TV, and it wasn't working. So I know it's not his computer or his internet, it's all over the place. So I don't know, are you guys having trouble? I didn't notice today, but I'm not on Facebook a whole lot. I'm really not, so I don't know. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook and head home, and the kids would have all eaten supper. So, yeah, I'll be back. All right, friends, I just got home. Whew, what an afternoon. But I'm going to end this video now. I will probably film some tonight, and it'll be on tomorrow's video about the tomatoes. But I was sure to give them a stir. And all the slow cookers, their lids are sideways now. So, yeah, so you won't miss the action. But, yeah, I'll have to get jars up either tonight or tomorrow morning to get them washed so I can get them canned up, and that'll be that. So, thanks for hanging out with me today and yesterday. Sorry I didn't get it up last night. It's just, you know, I didn't get much filming done, so. But I'm glad Dad's stuff's working, and I didn't even check Facebook and stuff here if it's working or not. I don't know. I don't know, but hopefully whatever is going on gets fixed. Because that's frustrating for people. I know that's a way people communicate sometimes, so. Yeah. So, anyways, I want to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. But if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do.
I don't know if you can hear Misha and Maze downstairs. They're making an awful racket, laughing and giggling and stuff. So, all right, guys, with that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.